Alright, so for today, I have a couple things that need to be done before the car is able to be on the road again. First things first, while I have them, is the brake pads need to be changed. I believe this is the front and rear, could be wrong either way. I have the front and rear brakes, so I'm going to go ahead and get the wheel off and get to the caliper and all that good stuff so I can get to removing. Alright, so I've gotten the wheel off, and then remembered I have no idea what I'm looking at. So I'm going to do some quick YouTubing and see if I know how to get these pads out. So after some YouTubing, I was able to figure out this clip comes off first, this pin just came out by itself, and this holds these two in. The problem is this one right here. I'll give it a second. Zoom in. That one right here refuses to come out on its own, so I'm about to head inside and grab Persuasive Maintenance and see if I can get that to come on out. Alright, so here are the two brake bags next to each other, and from everything I read online, I was expecting this to look a lot different, but this is the old one, if you couldn't tell, and this is the new one, and there's really not that much of a difference. Either way, these I have an unlimited warranty. These ones are just the old ones I got with the car. I mean, I guess it's better to be able to sleep safely at night, but they don't even look that different. But oh well, I'll go ahead and get these put in and work on the rears next. Okay, I've only been out here for about an hour and a half, but the sun sets really fast this time of year. So set up the little iPhone light, and I was finally able to change one set of brake pads. So hopefully now that I know what I'm doing, tomorrow I can get through the other 6 pretty fast. Alright, so moving on from the brakes, my most expensive part has arrived after a long wait. It is actually, of all things, my windshield wiper motor. I did try to rebuild this like I did the brakes, but unfortunately the internals of the old one was just completely destroyed, metal fragments everywhere. So here's the motor itself. This is the piece that plugs in to the connects to the car itself, and then here's the ground. While these two pieces were good on the car, when it came, the motor itself had metal fragments all in the centerpiece. And what essentially this does here, I'll let it focus. Essentially what this piece here does is it spins around on the inside, makes electricity in some type of way, and then comes around to this side and gets this thing here spinning. So thankfully, in my efforts to rebuild, I did already take apart the assembly. So this is what connects the motor to the windshield wipers itself. So I'm going to see if I can put my memory to the test, as I actually did disassemble this like a couple months ago, and see if I can put these back together. And since it is dark out, I've actually moved inside, if you can tell, put these back together and get it working on the car. I'll test it out tomorrow later in the day. Let's see, probably it's quite simple. That's it. Alright, as you can probably see from how the video, that actually didn't take me that long. That was pretty quick. I thought that was going to take a bit more effort. Of course, I'm going to go get my tools, get these torqued down a bit. But I was going to wait tomorrow and to put the wipers on, but this actually got done so fast that I have time tonight. So I guess 2 for 1 special. I'll get this whole assembly done, be able to throw it in the car. Now that I say that, I just realized it'll probably be smarter put the motor and this in the car first, then attach the wipers, because it'll be a pain to try and get the wipers in there. It already is a very large hassle to try and get the motor and the assembly in there. So I'll save the wipers till after I put this in. I know it's working. So I guess I'll just wait till tomorrow and then get out there, install this, and then add the wipers in. Okay, so like I mentioned before, I'm out here putting on the arms and the wipers, which brings me on to a little sidebar. I don't understand why car parts can't come with like instructions. I say that because like the wiper arms are literally the only, no, not wiper arm, the wiper blade is the only thing I've ever had to come with like instructions. And it was so helpful, and it got me thinking like, why don't more of my stuff have instructions? Especially on stuff that's like a one of one, like, oh, only this make and model has like this part and it goes in like this. Like, I'm tired of asking the guys on Facebook on how to do this, or calling up the old owner being like, hey man, like, how does this go in? Like, just give me some instructions. It wouldn't be that hard. I'm buying new parts, like. But I digress. I mean, I guess I'm just supposed to be a master mechanic from birth, according to them. And I guess half these guys wouldn't follow instructions anyway. But after I tighten these down, go in. There it goes. After I tighten these down, I'll finally be able to drive in the rain. Well, I was able to drive in the rain before. I just put ceramic on the windscreen, but like now I can actually like safely drive in the rain. So we'll see how that goes out. Alright, here we have another piece of supposedly simple basic maintenance. In here we have some spark plugs, spark plug wires, and my distributor rubber and cap. Gonna take that off the old one. Gonna go ahead and change out the whole thing. So it's supposed to be really easy through the power of YouTube and common sense. We'll see if it starts up once I'm done. And if not, I'll say something, but hopefully this just goes nice and easy like it's supposed to be. Okay, so as you've seen there, it's day 5, new outfit. Those 10-minute jobs have been taking 10 hours, but last thing I do before I can finally take my car out is, as I mentioned, I got new bumper bolts. These are literally four bolts into the back of a car. I took it out easy enough. I'm praying this goes as smooth as I'm hoping, but literally no way I can mess up 4 bolts in a bumper, but we'll see. I bought the wrong bolts. You've got to be kidding. Well, guess I'm driving without them. So it turns out my friend knew about this meet going on tonight, so my test drive is actually going to be the drive there. So hopefully the next clip is me at the meet and not on the side of the road calling AAA, but we'll see. Fortunately, we made it. As you can see, tragic oil leak, but we're here, posted up, gonna spend the rest of the night here. Too tired to film the rest, but yeah, that's it for now.